Welcome back to the Here for the Elephant podcast. My name is Brett Culver. I'm the producer behind the podcast. I just wanted to share two announcements with you. Number one, Here for the Health of It was nominated for Best Podcast in Columbia. This is a pretty big deal, and the title could lead to bigger and better guests in the city of Columbia. One of those being the mayor. We would really love to get him on and maybe any other big guests in Columbia. And the best way for you to support us is by leaving a review and by going to the Free Times website, going to local podcasts and voting for Here for the Health of It podcast. And then as a bonus, if you want to vote for me as well, I'm nominated for Best Videographer. And Columbia Family Chiropractic, I'm repping them right now. So if you're feeling generous, you could vote for everybody. Number two, the audio for the first 2 minutes after the intro music is a little bit off. Even Columbia's hottest and fastest growing podcast has its issues. So just bear with us on this audio for the first 2 minutes of the podcast. You'll get back to hearing the wonderful voices of Dr. Tom, Dr. Randy, and Anna with Dachshunds of Columbia. So enjoy the podcast.
Their legs are so little.
Yep.
This is how long.
No.
I mean, kind of.
What's that, 6 inches?
She's holding up a pen lid.
It's super, like, it's not, their legs are long. They're short. Long bodies, short legs. I gotta go. Knock it off. Knock it off.
So you don't get paid for any of this.
No,
then?
this is no.
You just.
I'm only doing this podcast in hopes of endorsements.
I'm always just fascinated by like the number of hours and the crap that you probably put up with. For free.
No.
You have to tell people they can't bring their dog on a walk.
Yeah.
That's like one DM back. Like it's
Okay.
like nothing.
All right.
You know. Okay.
Anna VanDuzer.
VanDuzer, yeah, just like how it's spelled, VanDuzer.
All right.
Yeah.
And you're with Dachshunds of Columbia, although you've told me that's not how you pronounce it, even though that's how it's spelled because it's German.
Yeah, but like this is your house, so again, you can pronounce it however you want, but it is Dachshunds of Columbia.
Okay, Dachshunds of Columbia, but if you want to find it on Instagram,
Just search Dachshunds of Columbia.
oh really?
It's
Yeah.
kind of like her name's Anna, but we just call her Becky.
That's fair enough.
Same thing.
All right, so you told us, I want to just get this out of the way so that I can stop thinking about
Okay.
it. You told us our very first ever podcast guest, John Schuyler, you went on a date with.
Oh, he was episode 1?
He was our very first one. And I just want to know some details about like how that went down. Where did he take
Yes.
you? What kind of things did he say? Why
What
did
attracted you to
Why
him?
didn't it turn into a second date?
Well, this was like 100 years ago, so yeah, I mean, like we went like on a walking date.
Oh.
Because I'm like very low risk. I don't want dinner commitment first date. It was like, let's do a walk. If it's not going well, I can be like, I need to turn around at that tree that's like 10 feet ahead. Like you have an out if it doesn't go well. He was just very career focused. He was super nice. I mean, he had great hair. Like I love that. And yeah, he was just nice, but I think he was just really focused on his career. So I gotta respect that.
How long of a walk was it? Because you started sweating after a little while.
What do you wear to a walk?
I
Street
think
clothes?
I was in like, cute
Randy?
workout clothes.
He'd go
Tank
business. No, you might go tank formal.
No,
tank.
John would wear a tank. Did John wear a tank
I
top?
don't remember.
He's got big arms.
I don't remember. Maybe it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, he probably. We'll just go with yes, he did. We walked, I think, to like Starbucks, and I like didn't drink coffee back then. I was like, haha, I'll get a water or like a refresher.
And how did he slide into your DMs? Was that a thing back then?
Oh my
Whenever
gosh, I don't know. You're really like testing me here.
He's really into this.
and I know because he comments on a lot of our stuff that he's going to correct all of
Okay.
this.
Well, I mean, I'm not afraid to ask a guy out. I've like the last 2 guys I dated, I asked out my current husband.
Nice.
So I don't mind asking. I probably asked him out. I probably had to beg him to come out
You
with
saw
me.
his
Just like how I
hair.
had to beg you got like I really was like, no, I'm telling everyone no. They were following me for months. They were trying to get in touch with my agent. I've been on a world tour. I'm on a book tour for this group, Dachshunds of Columbia, and you guys were just begging me to come here. No, I'm just kidding. That is for all the listeners. That is not true. I like begged them. I was like, hey guys, if you like ever need like an alternate JV backup, or if you just need like a bloopers week, like, hey, we're just testing out new audio equipment. You're never going to be aired. Like, I will still do it. I was so excited to be on here. Yeah, because maybe John Schuyler was on here, so
Yeah,
I gotta one up him.
And honestly, I know nothing about wiener dogs.
Yeah.
Did
I
they
had
go?
a dog,
All right,
but
let's
it's-
start with that. When did
Let's
it turn
get-
into wiener dog versus dachshunds?
And sausage, I'm hearing.
Do you get a lot of
I
wiener
wasn't
jokes?
there when people were like making this. I mean, they've always been called that.
Just
like,
wiener.
dog. Yeah, I mean, sausage fest. If there's a lot of them, you can cut that out if it's not appropriate. But I mean, dachshunds, weenie dogs, wieners. Like,
And it's because they look like a wiener.
well, I'm like super.
Randy's really afraid of like phallic objects at all. So when I thought the dog was coming, I was like, oh my God, he gets nervous around bananas, straws.
Yeah.
No, I don't get
Anything in the
nervous
shape
about
of a
them.
wiener.
I just don't drink from straws.
They're just long. They're just long. They're just long dogs. They're not. You don't like. Not a lot of other dogs look like that. Maybe like a corgi, but corgis are so chunky, which is fine. I love a little fluff, but like wiener dogs are just a little bit smaller and they're way more sassy. They have attitude. That's why I wanted one, because the first time I saw one, I was like, that dog has attitude. I want in. Like, we match personalities. So for years and before I was born, they were called sausage dogs. And
Is that what attracted you to the wiener dog? Just the name, or
they just no. I saw one and I was like, wow, that's like a really cute dog.
Yeah.
I want one. And so I got one like a month after I moved here because I had no friends. I didn't know anyone here. And I was like, I'll just get a wiener dog and see what happens.
And what'd you name it?
Duke.
Duke. Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah.
It's a pretty masculine name for
Yeah.
a wiener dog.
Yeah.
But I had a Boston Terrier that we named Zeus.
Okay.
So I can get on board with a strong name for a little dog.
Yeah, it works.
And it barks a lot, I'm guessing.
No.
It doesn't?
No, that's the misconception.
All right. Fill me in on that.
Some of them do. Some of them bark like crazy, but it's a dog. All dogs bark. Okay. No, I didn't bring him today because he has pulmonary hypertension, so he coughs a lot. So I thought that would like kind of ruin the vibe of the podcast, but he sends his regards. He says hello.
That's great.
But not all of them bark. Not, like, he doesn't bark. He's like an old man. He's 14. He's sweet. Just lap dog.
It's still Duke? Did I miss that?
Duke.
It's still Duke.
Yeah, his name
Same
didn't
one.
change.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if Duke passed away in this.
No, he's still he's
with us. Good.
He's with us.
And some of the oldest dogs, I think I saw like 3 of the 19 oldest dogs ever recorded were Dachshunds.
Okay. Yeah.
Which surprises me because it seems like they wouldn't. Maybe it just surprises me that they live that long because their body is so
long.
So long.
Yeah, it's the length. It's the length.
That's the length. It's the length that matters. How did they breed to get to the wiener dog? Like, I don't understand the length of the torso.
I don't know
any of the anatomy.
No.
There's not extra bones. There's nothing.
People can breed weird dogs.
Like shaped dogs.
Weird shaped dogs.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's an odd dog.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, again, this was like a long, long, long time ago. Like, they would hunt badgers. I don't think they do that anymore. I don't think they know how to do that anymore.
I mean, badgers are insanely vicious too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
You don't do that.
Isn't that the most dangerous animal on the planet?
I think so, pound for pound.
Apparently, a dachshund is the most dangerous animal because you said all dogs are
So
barking.
All dogs are barking.
Scary.
So are there a lot of if these wiener dogs were out in the wild, they would go and kill a badger? I can't imagine a fight.
Now, no.
But like back in the day.
Back then, yeah, probably.
I feel like a badger would just crush a wiener dog.
How long is a badger in length?
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah.
Their claws are just insane though.
Yeah.
And they're ferocious.
Yeah. Well, times have changed. Like, they don't do that anymore.
Okay.
Women go to work now. I mean, the times have changed.
Things are
Things are very different.
And there's not really a reason to have a dog that gets badgers.
Right.
Yeah, good point. Was there a lot of badgers in Germany?
I don't know. I'm like getting school. I should have studied
I thought we were,
I
thought we were
didn't.
getting a
I thought
whole
you were going to
lesson
ask me about
on-
like the origin of how I started the walk, but it's really about the origin of
Well,
the
we're
dachshund.
gonna
And
get
I'm like,
there,
I
but
just
we
should
gotta-
walk out the door right
we
now.
got to
I
know
don't
our product
I
here.
need Chat GPT right now. Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to the Dachshunds of Columbia.
Thank God we're past the history.
Yes. We might. I mean, we dabble.
We'll probably come back to
we're
some
gonna
of your
cycle-
old dating
we like-
profiles too. We'll
Yeah, we
circle
do
back
like
to
to
that.
Sure. We'll
circle
come
back.
back. We'll circle back.
Did you see that there's a lot of people in Columbia that love wieners, and you said, "I need to start a club for these people"?
No.
How did it go?
Okay.
Because you have
Give us the
so
whole-
many.
give us the
I saw
story.
pictures, and you have so many people that come. to
Yeah.
this.
It's bizarre. Okay, so I'll just kind of like rewind to how this idea came about. So in 2015, my friend worked for the incubator in downtown Columbia. So it's like a space for people that have startups can kind of come together in like a hub. Columbia's version of Silicon Valley.
Okay.
So she was like, "Hey, you should do this startup weekend." I was like, I have no business doing a startup weekend. I'm not business. I am not tech. I am, no. But I did it. I showed up. And of course, there are super smart people there pitching these really wonderful ideas. And then me, I come in and I think I know everything and I'm super cool. And like, I'm just out of grad school. So like even cooler. And I pitched this idea of like an app, startup weekend. So you have to like present an app. The startup weekend. And I was like, I'll come up with an app that like helps dog walkers connect with one another. That way you can like look at compatibility of like your dog to their dog to see why walk alone was my motto.
That's a
Why
good
walk
idea.
alone?
And you were kind of lonely at this time.
I was so
too.
lonely. I had no friends. Like I was going on dates with, wrestlers. Like I had like nothing going on. So, I pitched it and people wanted to join my team and we worked on it for a weekend and we got third place. I got a trophy. That's the only trophy that I own.
Nice.
Is like this third place startup weekend.
Not an athlete growing up?
I've never been an athlete, no.
No way.
So to all the athletes that have trophies that are collecting dust, because my trophy is like a robot. It's a robot and has like an outlet. So it is a
You can plug.
you can plug stuff into it.
Wow.
So like way more functional than a trophy
How
collecting
big is it?
dust. Probably like the size of this.
Really?
Yeah.
like a
That's
wiener
Yeah, it's like
dog.
it's the length of a wiener
Yeah,
dog.
wow.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
big
so that
trophy.
was my only trophy. And then I didn't do anything with it. I was like, okay, like cool, that was fun, whatever. Fast forward to 2021. It was my wedding day. And my cousin texted me. I got married in Charleston. My cousin texted me. He's like, I'm walking around the Pineapple Fountain and there's like a herd of dachshunds. There's a lot of them. There's like an unhealthy amount of them in one area. And I go, can you try to find out more? Like what's going on here? And he goes, yeah, I asked someone. They said they're part of Dachshunds of Charleston. I was like, okay, cool. So I found them on social media, slid into their DMs. It's like my motto. I just do that, it's like my thing.
Nice.
Slide in and, they have a walk the first Saturday of the month. And I was like, I'll go. I'll take a day trip to Charleston. I'll check it out. And I did it. And it was fun. It was a lot of dachshunds on a walk and it turned out to be pretty cool. Then I had like a really bad back injury. So I'm glad I'm in a safe space where if I need to hop on the decompression thing, I can do that. And I couldn't really sit for too long. So I went to see a physical therapist. Turned out she has a dachshund too. So I was like, my people. And
Do you want to give a shout out to who it was?
Madi, I love you.
What did you just say?
Marisol Clark.
Marissa?
Marisol, Marisol Clark. She's with Dreyer PT.
Okay.
Dreyer PT. And so she's working on my back and I miss walking. I'm in so much pain. I couldn't even move. Like it was bad. I'm in a lot of pain. I want to start walking again. I'm a former runner. And I was like, hey, obviously we clicked because we both have wiener dogs. I was like, hey, if I like start this walking group, will you show up? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So I made this like terrible, awfully ugly Canva that was like, hey everyone, I'm starting a wiener walk. If you know anyone who has a wiener dog, tell them to show up at the Horseshoe on this day and this time. And I was like maybe hoping for 4 people. I was like, okay, 4 people. That's my like expectation. There were over 40 dachshunds on the first walk.
Wow.
It was word of mouth, you know, good
Yes.
old fashioned recruitment. Just, oh, you're a wiener dog? Okay, you should come to my friend's wiener walk. And that's how it all. So we've been in business, not a business, but we've been walking for a year together.
What's interesting is, you just don't forget wieners. Like my grandma had one, and that's that's like one of the only dogs I remember.
Yeah.
Because it was like a weird shaped dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see how if you know anybody that has a wiener dog, you would immediately be like, hey, they're doing a walk for it.
Yeah. Like there's something, like there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
Even wiener
Can other
dogs.
dogs attend these?
It's not encouraged.
looked down
It's
upon.
not. Yeah.
Oh wow.
If they are in the family of someone that has a dachshund, they can attend as long as they're well behaved.
Gotcha.
But like if someone is like, hey, I have a lab, we really want to come to your wiener dog walk.
It's a little weird.
Start a lab walk.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's say they have a wiener dog and a lab, they have to leave their lab at home.
They can, if it's well behaved, they can, because we had someone who had 2 dachshunds and a German Shepherd.
Ooh.
And the German Shepherd was super sweet because its roommates were dachshunds.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, like that's our security. You know, they're our security dog. But no, it's not like encourage, because dachshund owners are super particular about who is around their dogs. So like we aren't really I'm not speaking for every dachshund owner, but like we're never likely to just show up at like a dog park, you know, because it's like big dogs will think you're something to eat. You're edible.
Yeah.
You look tasty.
Yep.
You're small. I can jump on you. I can do, and it's like, no.
Yeah. I can't
Sit
picture a
down.
wiener dog running. Do they run
Yeah.
fast?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So my dog Duke participated in a running of the weenies. That was down in Charleston. We didn't place.
Is it just a speed thing like greyhounds? Or
Like
an
a
obstacle?
track?
It's probably as long as this table, like it's like the shortest. But they put them all in like a little teeny tiny box. It's 6 dachshunds at a time, and you put them in a little box, and like, you know, they lift it up, and none of them run to you. They just run in circles. They look for food. They're not, but it's not like a horse race where they all, you know, they let out and they're just going. No, they're just like confused.
Sounds kind of fun, actually.
But they can run.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I picture them as lap dogs. Like that's
They're both.
Just, yeah.
They're active. They're lazy.
I love a lazy dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From a distance.
Yeah. So yeah.
Do they shed? How's like the hair control?
They
Oh,
shed. So there's long haired, there's wire haired, there's short haired.
So it's just filthy.
No, because it's not like my friend has a golden retriever, which I love him. Shout out to Jack. I love you. Like it's everywhere. It's in my cup. It's in the food that I'm eating. It's just, no, he sheds on you if like he's sitting on your lap and then you set him down. You just have like, you know, short hairs on you.
Okay.
So I'm curious about the characteristics of a wiener dog owner.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same. I feel like they wear like a monocle.
You
You guys have a lot of glasses.
You guys have matching shirts when you walk.
Like a little vest.
Yeah. No.
They're all different.
So I was, I mean, people come out from Aiken. People have driven from Charleston to attend our walk. People have come from places I've never heard of in South Carolina to, to come to our walk. And sometimes they own 4 dachshunds. And they look like they own 4 dachshunds. Like, you know, it's like people that have like the Duggars, you know, it's crazy.
They have long necks, like a lot of long neck people. Like they're real thin, long neck.
People are very friendly.
Yeah.
Dachshund owner people, like the owners are super friendly. Like it is.
I picture them kind of wealthy. Like when I think of a wiener dog, I think of like you made it. Is there a lot of wealth in the wiener family?
Yeah.
Really?
Secret.
I could see
Secret
that.
wealth. Yeah.
All right, nice.
And how long are you guys walking for?
Okay.
Because, well, actually, let's bring it back for a second.
Okay.
Have you seen those memes where they have dog owners slowly look more like their dogs.
Yes.
And they have them beside each other.
Yes.
Is there anything that you can say, yes, since I've got a dachshund,
Yes.
I look more this way?
Yeah. Well, I don't think I have like a long torso.
Your torso hasn't
But I am
changed.
considered like short. Like some people say I'm short. Attitude is the same. Like I either want to be around you or I want absolutely nothing to do with you. And that's like a huge dachshund personality, human personality. Canceled plans, I love them. So does a dachshund. If it's something super fun that we've invested in, we're going, like we're committed and we do it, it's a good time and it's great. But then I'm done with you. I'm kind of over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. And then I was going to say, my other one was, how far do you walk? Because I feel like the owner and the dog has to be able to walk a certain distance.
Yeah. So strollers, wagons, welcome. And we have a lot of them. We do not walk very far. Are you familiar with the Carolina Horseshoe?
Yeah.
USC Horseshoe? Okay.
He's not.
Okay.
He has no idea.
I'm new here.
Okay. It's less, I mean, we walk less than a mile. Barely. We walk around the Horseshoe. We cross the street over like Sumter and Pendleton. And because we are such a big deal now, we have to have police escort block off the road so we can cross safely.
That is a big deal.
So when I first noticed that like we were growing, I called, the police station. I was like, hey, can you guys like send someone out? I have like a crowd that's walking. And they did it once. And it was great. People were so thankful because there's a lot of bad drivers in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And they aren't really, cautious of people, dachshunds. They're so small, you probably can't even see them walking around. And it was kind of hard to like, the crosswalk. It was a lot. So like I asked them to do it and they did it. I've called them the next month to do it again. They're like, you need to stop calling us because we have to like respond to like emergencies and like true crime. And like, you're not like, if you want us, you need to rent us for 3 hours. And I'm like, okay, this takes 10 minutes, but okay. Long story short, there's someone in the group whose husband works for the police. And now we have no problem.
That's
Yeah, I
wow.
just text and they're there. So yeah, we have a police car that blocks off the road for us. But we end at the State House, and that's where the photos and the videos that you probably saw were taken.
How often are you guys walking?
We walk once a month.
Once a month?
So we try to keep it to the second Saturday of every month. Walks start at 10 a.m. And it was unintentionally strategic to end at the State House because then people go to Soda City and that's where the recruitment happens.
More wieners.
More wieners.
I love that. That's good.
Yeah.
What? So, but why less than a mile? That just seems like,
well,
I'm getting out of bed. I'm getting my wiener ready.
like
and
well,
I'm
it's not
16
about
minutes.
you. It's not about
It's
you.
about the dog.
Yeah, it's about the wiener. So it's about socializing. So they can't walk for long. We have a wisdom council. Like there is a group of dachshunds that are very senior.
Like lead the pack?
They're too old to lead the pack. Yes, they're the wisdom council. I call them
carriage,
that.
Yeah, like a wagon.
But some of them are carried. They're in a wagon. My dog's in a stroller, and they're just too old to go that far.
Yeah.
And it's just their legs are so little.
Yep.
This is how long.
No.
I mean, kind of.
What's that? 6
She's
inches?
holding up a pen lid.
It's super like it's not. Their legs are long. They're short, long bodies, short legs. I gotta go. Knock it off. Knock it off.
So you don't get paid for any of this.
No, this
then?
is no.
You just.
I'm only doing this podcast in hopes of endorsements.
I'm always just fascinated by like the number of hours and the crap that you probably put up with. For free.
No.
You have to tell people they can't bring their dog on a walk.
Yeah.
That's like one DM back. Like it's
Okay.
like nothing,
All right.
But it's there's there's puppies. There's some that are like so small, and most you got to be cautious. Like it's hot here more months out of the year than cold, so you don't want to overheat them.
And what about sponsorships then? Let's stay on that
Yeah, let's bring them.
Who's your ideal sponsorship?
Columbia Family Chiropractic, or maybe Here for the Health of It podcast?
Yeah, that's on the list, but it's not high on the list.
It's in the top 10.
Yeah, top 10. Icebox would be fun. They have nothing to do with wiener dogs, but I could totally be.
Well, let John know. He'll love that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Do you have like rules? Like when people show up, you hand them a sheet and say like, here's the rules for the walk?
We don't have rules for the walk. I have rules for our private Facebook group.
Enter it.
To enter the private Facebook group,
Okay.
that I manage. So it's Dachshunds of Columbia. You guys can join if you want.
You don't need
But just
proof
don't-
that you have a dog to be
No.
in the
I
private
ask.
group.
I just say, like, do you have a dachshund? If you say no, that doesn't mean I'm not going to let you in. But I just have no spamming, be courteous and kind, like some of the basic Facebook community rules. But like the last thing I want is for someone to be scamming and to say like, I have all these dachshund puppies.
Oh,
And then they show up, they've paid money, and they're not even real or legit.
Right.
So people report spammers to me. We don't have any trolls. We just have people who try to like scam with like a dachshund. But so I try to focus on. I share, rescue pages. There's a lot of rescue pages that have dachshund specific. So I will share those because I'm always in support of, rescuing. So
Nice.
don't go to the store in the mall. That's bad. If you go to the store in the mall, you're not invited to the walk. You're not
Really?
invited.
Really?
I don't believe in that.
What? So how do they get it? So people
Where do you
just
get a
need to
wiener dog?
accidentally.
You can get a wiener dog from a rescue. I got my dog from Palmetto Lifeline. Shout out to Palmetto Lifeline. You can get it from a breeder.
Is there any
Oh,
local?
so you're okay
like,
with breeders, just
Yeah.
not the mall.
Not the mall, no.
Yeah.
What's
I don't even
going on
know
at the
that-
mall?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't even know
Malls
that.
even open.
I've
No.
never
Yeah,
seen
no
one
one
at a
goes to the
mall.
mall.
No.
I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, breeders, yeah, that's fine. But I don't want a lot of selling on the page. That's not what it's about. It's like today's National Dachshund Day because it's the longest day of the year, right? Or it's next
Oh.
tomorrow.
Pretty cool.
that's
It's the
right.
first day of summer or something.
Yes, my wife has a cousin with a dachshund who was posting all kinds of stuff about
Yeah.
today's the
Yeah.
day.
Today's the day.
And then you're on the podcast.
I know.
I mean,
I
it's
think
like,
this was planned though.
No,
By
I
God.
no, I literally begged you guys. Anytime you want me on, I will be
Yep.
here.
and now you're on Columbia's hottest podcast, just sharing your story.
I know, I love it.
Now, do you plan to make T-shirts or anything?
I have an Etsy store.
Oh, nice.
I haven't made, I make nothing from it. But if people want to buy a shirt
Like a good wiener dog
or a
shirt.
hat, yeah, it's Dachshunds of Columbia. I'm working on some business cards so I can put them in vet offices.
Sweet.
But really, yeah, people post really cute photos of their dachshund on our Facebook page. People will post, like, I have a stroller that I need to give away to someone for free. And I'll just say, hey, if anyone wants this stroller for the next weenie walk, you can have it. It's yours, that kind of thing. People will ask, who's a good vet? Where can I take them to get their nails clipped? My dog has this issue, so on and so forth. And that's how I'll also post our walks. And then I've taken it beyond walks and we've done socials. So we do yappy hours.
Like drinking beers.
Drinking beers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have yappy hour, we had what was it? Oktoberfest.
So people
Oh,
can
that's-
see that from your Facebook page or where, like, in your Etsy account. What are those so people know about those?
Yeah. So the Etsy link is on our Instagram. Our walks are posted on Instagram. Our yappy hours are posted on Instagram. And then all that is also posted on our Facebook group as well.
Nobody can. What are you doing to the mic? You muting me? And nobody knows how to spell it. So can
Right.
you? It's
Sound it out.
It's Dachshunds, like toxins. TOXINS of Columbia,
No.
but it's phonetically right.
Yeah, but no.
I was trying before this
Okay,
to find
let's-
some facts,
okay.
and I could not spell it right. Even
Okay.
even
Yeah, there's
DuckDuckGo
no-
didn't know
Okay.
how to find it.
DACHSHUND.
And that's pronounced Dachshund.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause it's
You
German.
can.
Okay, English language.
Yeah.
We're done with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
How do you carry a wiener dog? I feel like because of the torso so long, like what do you where do you-
Football.
Yeah,
You're
do you go
picturing a football
Mhm.
hold?
That's
Yep.
what I was thinking.
Yep.
Kind of
Support.
tuck the
Support. Yeah, you got to hold them from underneath. Yeah.
anybody one hander, like gotta have real long
Oh
arms.
yeah. For puppies, like some of the smaller wieners, you can just do a quick little, put them in your
A one-hand job.
One hand. Yep.
Um,
Yep. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly it.
okay. Well, speaking of baby wieners, how do you raise a baby wiener?
I don't know. I've never had
Oh,
one.
you didn't have a.
You
No,
adopted.
Duke. Yeah, Duke was 4 years. Duke, when I got
Gotcha.
him from Palmetto Lifeline, he was potty trained. He was well behaved. He was so good. I didn't have to train him.
That's nice.
He's just an angel from the
And
sky.
how old was he when you got him?
4.
4, and he's 14.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Little salt and pepper. I mean, he's got a frosted face. He got a little salt and pepper on the back. He looks good.
Is there any special things that people have to do with dachshunds? Like any special?
Yeah, the biggest thing is like for dachshunds, their teeth can get real busted.
Really?
Yeah, like they can, and this is a small dog thing in general. Their teeth can get pretty bad. So it's just keeping their teeth clean, because if not, it can lead to gum infection, going to the, all that stuff. So keeping their teeth clean. And then they also have a lot of back problems, which is why I think I just connect with dog. We just resonate together. Like I have a bad back. My dog thankfully has had a good back, but there are dachshunds who have slip discs and stuff like that, and they have legit like back surgery.
Well, can you ride a dachshund? Like
No.
like a kid,
No.
not you. but-
No.
Really?
No.
'Cause
no,
I
no,
picture-
No. No.
Oh man.
No. Don't
I
even
feel like it's
say
the
that.
perfect like toddler
No.
little horse.
It's not strong enough.
Gosh,
Kids are rough.
It's just a waste of a torso.
Kids are rough, and it's not strong. It's not like it's a horse. Okay, like that's different.
But that's what I remember from my dog. We had golden retrievers growing up, and it was just like I just remember riding on top of them.
Okay, so you're comparing a golden retriever to a dachshund.
Yeah.
Okay, the back of a dachshund. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not a kid-friendly dog, is
No.
what you're saying.
Not all the time, no.
Okay.
Not all the time. Don't ride it.
Yes. How much do they cost? If I was going to go to a breeder and
Ooh,
get
nice. This is where wealthy people come into play.
Yeah.
Oh, mirror.
I need
They're
my monocle to find
thousands,
yeah.
the book of dachshund secrets. I don't know.
Okay.
Few hundred, depending on the breed. I mean, depending on, if it could be up in the thousands.
You should find out from the walkers who has the most expensive dog.
Oh, that'd be good. And they wear a crown.
Yep. Yes.
But because you never know.
I think a lot of people rescue, so you pay like the adoption fee and stuff, but I don't know what the cost of getting a dachshund from a breeder may be. A dapple may be more, or like a pure, like long-haired blonde dachshund might be a little bit more, but I would say, a couple thousand,
Sounds right.
probably.
Are there any other dogs that you like? What's your top 3
No.
dogs?
What's the dog
See,
that you
none.
like the least?
The only breed I will ever own is a dachshund. But-
what if you? Oh, you are married.
I'm
So
married.
what? How's your husband feel about that?
He's accepted it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he a big wiener guy?
He is now.
He has to be.
Yeah. I did date someone with a husky, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Because of that, I was like, no. Well, the fact that you have a dog and that all of your attention is not on my dog, no. I gotta go.
Fair enough.
Now you had the dog before your husband, right?
Yes.
Were you posting a lot of dog stuff? Like we have a friend. My wife has a friend, and she's single, and she's trying to like meet some people. But I told her there's too much dog on her posts, and it got me thinking. Like the visuals, like I think guys might look at her, and she's an attractive girl. It's like, but she probably smells or something weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay. Well,
there's
what
too
kind of
much
dog?
dog. I don't even know.
Is it a golden? If
no,
it's a
it's
gold,
not a
okay. Because if
golden.
it
I think it's like a whitish dog. I don't know.
big, small,
Kind of big, medium.
all right. Is how many pictures does
lot.
she have, and how many
Every
of
story, every post. I mean, it's. I
like
said
on
you
her? Are you
gotta-
talking about on her dating profile?
I don't know about that.
Okay,
Instagram's
because
the
if
only thing.
that's like dating profile, every picture is with her dog.
Yeah. Well, now there's a vet that likes her, so it's like. So that might be
okay.
working.
Yeah,
but
a vet
coaching-
would. Yeah, that's not.
Did
a
you
problem.
do a lot of posts with your dog, or what was your move on your profiles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't overboard
Yeah.
with it, but there was a healthy balance.
Yep.
So when I say healthy balance of a dachshund owner, it's like every other photo is
Yep.
of a dachshund. Yeah.
Are people? I met in the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Are people putting a lot of wiener jokes? I just envision like probably a good.
We
meme or
don't.
two.
Wiener dog owners don't do that. A lot
Really?
of non-wiener dog owners make the
That's
jokes, the
like,
dirty jokes.
like Randy.
Yeah.
No, it's like when you're a chiropractor, other people do like cracking jokes
Yeah,
or
yeah,
back, and you're like,
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not that funny.
Let's hear it.
I don't even know any. I just sometimes
What's
they'll say them.
cracking?
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, I got your back, or you really cracked me up, or
Yeah.
Those are dad jokes. Those are so bad.
I know.
But you're in the industry, so
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. You said you graduated from grad school. So
Mhm.
what do you do? Just walking the dogs, or
Good
what else?
question. I've been wondering that too.
What do I do for work?
Yes.
I just walked out. I just walked my dog. No, I went to grad school for higher education. And so I'd never been to the state of South Carolina before in my life. And I had a wide open job search. I was like, I'll go anywhere. I'll work anywhere. But my job was in university housing when I graduated from grad school. And I wanted to have a dog live with me. So I strategically picked USC because if you lived in their housing, you could have a dog. You could own a dog. So that's like why I chose USC. Wow. I'd never been here before. Never really heard of Columbia. And so, a month after I moved here, I got Duke and I've just stayed. And yeah, so
So you're in higher education?
Not anymore. Now I'm a campus recruiter for a consulting firm.
Nice.
So.
And I don't think you've told us where you moved from.
Ohio.
Oh,
Cleveland,
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Cleveland. I grew up in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you vacation in Myrtle Beach a lot? Like
Yeah,
everyone else?
that's exactly it. That's Dirty Myrtle.
Yeah, I've never been. We didn't do that.
Really? Where'd you guys go? You went
We
to Cedar
vacationed.
Point.
We had Cedar Point.
Yep.
Yeah. America's roller coaster.
Yep.
But we would vacation in Florida at my grandma's like retirement condo. Like that was it for us. We didn't
Where
do
the wealthy
Myrtle Beach.
are.
Where the monocles and the
wiener
dachshunds.
dogs.
Yeah, they're all down there.
Yep.
Hidden wealth.
What state has the most wiener dogs? Do we know that?
I don't know that.
I feel
I
like
need Chat GPT.
Probably Vermont.
Yes. I could see that.
Probably totally. Let's just pick a random state. Oh, I'm literally gonna Google that and message you guys like
Yeah,
it's
we gotta.
freaking Vermont.
What do you think of cat people? Like, imagine there was a guy.
You're
like,
asking a lot of hard questions.
I know. I want to know.
No.
But
The answer is no.
Nothing.
The answer is no.
Guy or girl shouldn't have a cat. Like, imagine a single guy with a cat.
Absolutely not.
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
And we know people. We know people like that.
Yeah.
But just cats in general, just
Cats
not a fan.
are not for me. I'm terrified of cats. In 6th grade, I was sleeping over at Jessica Darris's house.
Jessica.
And all of a sudden, there's a cat crawling like across my head.
Yep.
And I froze and I was like, what do I do? So I like get up and I'm trying to get the cat out of the room. And where does he go? Behind the piano. Of course, where I can't get it to like kick it out. So I've just been they don't like me. I don't like them. We don't vibe.
I feel the same way.
It is just, it's creepy. But I do have some friends that have cats. My sister had a cat that, was great for her mental health. And that's great. I'm so happy for you. And they probably would never own a wiener dog. And so you just got to own what you own, But yeah, I'm not, like if I see a cat, I'm like scared.
Okay.
I'm scared. I need my wiener dog.
I feel the same
I
way.
get scared. I want to hold my wiener dog.
Yeah. Do you feel safe? I mean, I don't feel like you feel safe with a wiener dog though. Like, are they a good guard dog nowadays? I'm not talking the badger ones.
They can be. So no, they're not.
They just kind of.
They can bark. So like for a couple years ago, a guy tried to break into my house in the middle of the night, and Duke and I just went in the closet and hid. Like we were terrified.
No way.
So he didn't like try to scare this guy away.
You
Nothing.
were like, just be quiet.
I was like,
Duke.
well, I know I'm getting up on Dateline. Like that's
This
just,
is it.
thankfully the police got there. But
So middle of the night, you hear something?
middle of the night, and this guy is kicking my door and he's saying, open up, there's a gun. And so I'm immediately thinking, okay, what are people going to say about me on Dateline? Like I obviously didn't light up a room. Like what are people going to say about me? So I'm just terrified. I call the police. My ADT alarm is going off. I'm terrified. I'm so scared. This guy is kicking my door. He's not stopping. And finally the police got there. He wasn't trying to break in to like steal I have no value. The only valuable thing is like my dog. But they don't want anything. Like he wasn't trying to break in to steal something. He was, I think he was on drugs and it was a drug deal gone wrong. And he claimed he was getting shot at. He wasn't. And the police, let him go.
Dang.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you just got to be careful.
I've never had something like that happen, but
It was
that
a
would be
one.
insane.
Yeah, it was like a one-off. I lived in a really cute area. I lived in Earlwood. It was really
Yeah.
cute. But now
Yeah.
I'm over in Blythewood,
Nice.
Cobblestone Park. So much safer.
That's the risk. In South Carolina, kicking down someone's door in the middle of the night
was
is
terrifying.
probably the riskiest thing you could do.
It
Like,
was so scary.
thankfully for him, it was
You didn't have a weapon.
It was your door.
My
but-
weapon was like a butter knife.
Yeah.
Now I have
Now you're
proper
hardware.
Yeah. But yeah, back then I was just like a butter knife. And that was
And a
it.
dachshund.
And a dachshund that I was hiding with in the closet. Yeah, but no, it was just a one-off, like weird.
Yeah.
I mean, but my car was getting broken into here and there. It was just a weird area to be in. But
So I'm curious. This is kind of a strange question.
oh yeah, bring it.
like all these other
Which
ones
is
are
always
normal.
dangerous when I lead with
Honestly,
this.
like I expect that. We're
He
talking
might
about
ask you
wiener
about
dogs
fashion.
today. We're
No.
talking
Are you
about
going
wiener dogs
fashion?
No,
today.
I want to talk about neutering.
Okay.
I thought he said nudity,
Oh,
which would be a new
you-
topic.
are you for or against or indifferent to neutering?
I mean, I grew up watching The Price is Right.
Bob Barker, I was gonna say,
So
it's
it's
ingrained in you.
especially
like
the
it.
cats.
Oh, for
Let's
sure
get those cats first before we get on the
1000%.
dogs,
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, I mean, it does help. There are careless people who don't care. I think there's a lot of animals that can be rescued first before, doing the whole puppy thing. So yeah, I think it can help for sure.
I've always been thinking men can get vasectomies but they keep their testicles.
Okay, I'm uncomfortable.
So am I.
But it's not. But that's not the same for dogs. Like I keep thinking it's going to happen where basically the
I
same
don't know
surgery.
science. I don't know science.
It just never made sense to me. I
So
always
are
just
you
feel
asking
so.
me
He
if
wants
his
to know.
balls are there? The answer is no. He
I
doesn't
always
have
feel
balls.
bad for dogs that they get neutered.
because of the balls, because of the ball bag.
Yes.
Okay.
Because really the point is so they don't get other dogs pregnant, right? Or
Yeah.
is the point to like decrease their aggression?
I don't know.
All right, sorry. I
That's
knew
okay.
that was going to be
That
an
was
off
out
question, but maybe it's my prices
We need
right.
a vet. We need a
We need
vet.
a vet.
Yeah,
That's maybe
then
we
can
need to
get
ask a
some
Yeah,
vet
don't
about
ask.
that.
I just,
Yeah.
I'm a walk organizer.
Right,
I was walking.
We look at you
Yeah.
as a vet.
You're the animal expert.
Animal expert, yeah.
veterinarian.
No, I'm just, so I was walking the Riverwalk the other day and I see 4 dachshunds coming towards me and I'm like, okay, be cool. See if you can recruit them. They were already in the group, obviously.
Really?
So I go up to her and she kind of like recognized me. I recognized her. I recognized her dachshunds. And she was like, oh yeah, aren't you the photographer? And I was like, well,
Yeah.
I
take
started
the
it.
picture.
I take photos for the Facebook. So yeah, like I guess I am the photographer too, but yeah, I'm like the one that started it. So you just never know who you're going to run into. So circling back to like dachshund owners, they are friendly, but some of them are not. Some of them are purists. Like some of them aren't super fans of like a dachshund Chihuahua, aka a Tweenie
right.
mix.
Oh.
They just like they're pure, which is fine. You like what you like, right? So people can be really friendly. People can be a little bit.
What do they do? Like make fun of someone else's, or they only want their own group that is just pure.
They're purists.
Yeah.
But I had one purist at one dachshund walk, and I have not seen her again. She had a long-haired blonde, so they're a little more.
Prissy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
but like golden doodle owners are their own. They are their own kind. I'm not going near them.
We have a good friend that has a golden doodle.
They have
Yeah.
they have
Two
two now.
It's not my thing.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It doesn't. I don't.
Sparks has
like,
one. We have a lot of friends with golden doodles.
Yeah, and then anytime, so like, yeah, we get stared at a lot. So when we're taking photos or like we're
Mhm.
walking to this, people stop and stare. We've had people just like take photos and can I take a photo of this? And we're like, yeah, absolutely, you can
Yeah.
totally take a photo of us. It's totally cool. Tag Dachshunds of Columbia in that picture. But yeah, people are like, oh, I should start a Boston Terrier walking group. And I'm like, yeah, go for it.
Mhm.
Find your tribe. And I literally had the expectation of 4 dachshunds showing up on the first walk. And now on average, we have about 60.
Dang.
Wow. We had a Halloweeny walk. That was our biggest walk. We had like over 70, between like
Costumes?
75. Yeah, Halloweeny walk. Everyone showed up in costumes. It was great.
Wow.
And yes, There were some dressed as Oscar
I
Mayer.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
was there any dressed as what people have in their mind right now? Maybe a male body part?
No, we don't do we don't
Nobody's
do
doing that.
Again,
No, my
non-dachshund
goodness.
owners do the dirty jokes.
They don't
Right.
do that. I gotcha.
Dachshund owners don't, because we're like so over that, you
Yeah.
know?
Too wealthy.
Yeah,
Too
like people
like
make jokes about
yuppie-
redheads.
yuppies.
If you're not a redhead, you're going to make jokes about redheads, but redheads aren't like,
Yeah.
unless you're Carrot Top.
Do they have to wear a leash when you're doing the walk?
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, they should. Yeah,
Do you have a megaphone?
I need one.
Really?
I need one. In all seriousness, I need one.
Yeah.
Because I have to, okay, it's time.
Yeah.
It's just so wild that this is your passion.
Yeah.
And you
This
put
is my-
so much time into it.
Yeah.
But you've got this like other big career.
Yeah, I have a
that
full-time
you don't even
job.
talk. You don't even.
Yeah,
like,
but
talk.
like it's when it's something that you love, and it doesn't like feel like I'm working or doing. It's like I would want to do it anyway. I would want to go to a brewery and hang out with a bunch of
Yeah.
dachshunds.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Does so your husband's pretty involved in it or no?
Yeah, he helps I've had to coach him on videography. He's gotten much better with taking, videos and stuff and being like, you got to direct the people, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, smile. You got to, yeah.
I can't stand a
He's
person who's bad
super
behind
helpful.
the camera too,
Yeah.
right?
He's
We-
gotten so much better.
Brett over here, kind of long hair guy.
I'm sorry, Jonathan Taylor Thomas,
Yeah,
you mean?
yeah.
he's trying
Okay.
to. Yep.
He's gonna have to
He's-
Google Jonathan Taylor Thomas
Yeah.
after this too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're 12. You don't know who that is. I'm
She had a
sorry.
poster of you on her wall when she was growing up. He's up for best videographer at Columbia.
Oh my.
I mean,
And here
The
we
guy-
are. Oh,
he's the behind the scenes guy.
I'm loving it.
that's
You're
how-
doing great.
Yes.
Keep it up, JTT.
Now, what's your vision for this walk? Maybe a little past a mile. Maybe a
multi-city, full time, just going city to city,
Yep.
walking every day.
Sure. So
thousands of wieners.
so obviously there's a Dachshunds of Charleston group, and they're pretty big. So then from there, I really took their idea, and from there I made it my own, and I did Dachshunds of Columbia.
Mhm.
We have shirts, we have car stickers and bandanas and stuff. And there was someone from our walk who was either moving to Greenville or relocating or for school or summer break, whatever. She started one, and now she has Dachshunds of Greenville. So are we trying to do world domination? Yes.
Wow.
1000%. And it's just that, what I would love is to get all of the dachshund groups together and do like a big Dachshunds of South Carolina
That would be
Festival.
festival.
That would be great.
That would be so wild.
Yeah, they're actually the largest dachshund festival is in Kent, Ohio.
Really?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Have you been to it
Kent
yet?
State.
No.
No.
I've been there.
No, I'm from Ohio and I'd never even heard of it. Someone told me about it.
Wow.
Do you eat hot dogs?
No.
Did the hot dog come before the dog? As far as the wiener dog, what came first?
What?
Like, did they name the hot dog a wiener after the dog,
I would
or
think
did they name?
no. I feel like because you have you had the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Yep.
How long has that been in business?
How old are dachshunds?
I don't know.
Golly,
Were they on Noah's
Are
Ark?
they?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know about that.
They were on Noah's Ark.
because-
Yeah, we're going back.
I love
there.
that. The dog, there's two dogs. And they
Yeah,
were
2
both
giraffes,
dachshunds.
2 bears, 2 dachshunds.
Mhm.
All right, good stuff.
So tell us kind of so I have two kind of closing questions. One, is there anyone that you think we should have on the podcast that you know or that you'd recommend?
Yeah, you should have me again.
It's the second
part
time.
two.
No. You need a vet.
I agree.
You guys have
We have
unanswered
too many
questions.
vet questions.
A lot of
You
questions.
you have anatomy questions. You have historical. Like you need. Yeah.
And I feel like you're
You need a
probably the
vet.
person to tell us who the vet would be.
Yeah, I could recommend. So I would recommend Duke's cardiologist.
He has a
He does.
cardiologist.
Yes. Do you?
I don't. Or actually, I
Oh,
went to one, but
Okay.
I don't have one.
Well,
I need one.
Yeah.
Do I need one?
I mean, it doesn't hurt, right?
Never hurts.
Dr. Hall.
Dr. Hall.
He's
And what's his practice or her practice?
His practice is, I mean, he's a cardiologist for dogs.
That's his specialty? Like, he
Yes,
doesn't
he's
take
like
care
one
of...
of a couple in the state of South Carolina.
What in the
And
hell is happening
He
in
has
the world?
a mobile... you need to
Cool.
get out of this building.
All right,
and
but do you
open your eyes?
Well, this is a good question. Do you spend more on your dog's health than your own
Yes.
health?
Oh, good
Yes.
question.
Wow.
Yes. At one point, he's on multiple medications. He's on like 6 medications. Thanks, Dr. Hall, for keeping him young and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, a bottle of his medication was over $200.
What?
And I paid it.
You
I paid
said-
it.
Yeah, because pet people don't think twice about
No.
that stuff.
Money is no object.
No.
If I'm like, oh gosh, a $20 copay, I hate this, but it's like a $3,000 vet bill.
Yep.
All right.
We needed it.
Yeah.
Yep. Money's no object.
Dr. Hall from where? What's his?
So he has his own. I can put you in touch
Yeah,
with
or
him.
if you
He
have any
has
sense-
his own. He actually travels around to different vet offices. He's not in like one. He has like he
Mobile.
started his own
Mhm.
mobile clinic. He's interesting. He's a great guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's a lot of different hearts to like understand, I feel like, for
They're all so different. Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What do you do for fun besides walk dogs? Like, what do you like about Columbia? You see yourself staying here?
Yeah, Columbia's great. I've been here almost like 10 years.
Mhm.
My husband's been here 20 years. So I'd love to be closer to the water just because I took Duke to the beach this past weekend and he didn't like the water at all. But my gosh, we get a lot of attention.
I might get a wiener dog.
You get
It
a
makes
lot
me
of
want
attention.
one too.
People
I do kind of
stop
want a wiener dog.
and stare and they're like, oh, how cute, how sweet.
Mhm.
I don't know if Columbia is forever, but what I like to do for fun, I love to read. I love to go on walks with friends. Walking is great. You know, it's really good for my back. So I love anytime a friend wants to hang out, I'll let's go for a walk and then have happy hour at my house. I love that. I love to go to Orange Theory Fitness. I could do that every
Nice.
once in a while.
Which one do you go to? Which one do you like?
One in the Northeast.
Right up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably saw Randy there jogging one day.
I do. I think my wife's going there at 4:30 today.
yeah. I have a
there
Peloton.
you go.
I'll ride that. But I'm just so busy with Dachshunds of Columbia stuff. I really have no life. You guys just think I'm a slave to this. No, it really, it's very natural.
Yeah.
It's really like putting no work at all. But I would love to have a brewery like legitimately sponsor us. I don't know which one. I don't care.
We're going to get you one.
Steel Hands has been really nice to us.
Yep.
Yeah, I called them and like they reserved a table for us. We got there. It was like there was no one there that day. But the
Nice.
fact that they put a sign on the table for us was extremely gracious. Made
Right.
us feel very
50%
special.
off or something, or
Yeah,
75% off.
anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Show
we
up
will
with your
literally
wiener.
take any sponsorship.
They do a thing that says show up with your wiener, get a discount.
Okay. Is that
At
your mod?
50%.
Like, are they?
They want, that's what they want you.
I think they
want
would
that.
do it. I think if
I
you
think
talk
they
to
would.
them, they would do it.
What was that again?
Show up with your wiener
No, yeah.
and get 50% off.
People would take that literally.
Yeah.
You really
That
have
one.
to be careful with that because,
Yeah.
yeah.
So second Saturdays, people can find you at the Horseshoe.
Yeah.
At 10
Second
a.m.
Saturday, 10 a.m.
Follow
Be
us
on
on
time
Instagram.
because you start right on time.
We start on
No
time. And
megaphone
we've got police
yet.
waiting. We have a police escort.
That's right.
It's
All
their
right.
rule. Yeah. So join us, hang out, but only show up if you have a dachshund.
Anna the Wiener Whisperer.
Okay,
We
no.
appreciate-
Guys, the Dachshund Whisperer.
Dachshund
The
Whisperer.
Dachshund Whisperer, please. But no, thank you for having me
It's
on.
been fun. Appreciate it.
So fun. Lots of giggles.
Here
We're here for the health of it.
for the health of it.